Hi, everybody. Welcome to the lift. This is what you're going to call a bonus edition. Lately, I've been receiving these letters and notes. Quite frankly, I love the walks. We're going to continue the walks, but sometimes these notes come in and they're just too irresistible, and I have to stop and answer because it's like ding, ding, ding. I've dealt with that. I've gone through that. Let me get this message out. So yesterday I was going back and forth just for a little bit with James. He had sent me a note, and this was all about constantly being let down with some people in his life. And the reason why it resonated with me so strongly, and I said, we were having an email exchange, instead of keep going back and forth, let me just put a universal message out for everyone, because certainly we all go through things. This is what I want to say. The title of this message: never expect anything and never be disappointed. Now, some of you may say, Sheila, wow, you're getting spicy. It sounds a little harsh. It may sound that way, but that's really not the intention. My intention is to share information with you that will help you avoid pitfalls and problems and challenges. And Lord knows I've had a number of them. And it's not that I'm getting harsh or spicy, in my older age, I would say. It's that we just don't have the luxury of time to play with this stuff and to walk in frustration and angst. I don't know about you, but it's just, the older I get, I'm not interested in that. I want to live a wonderful, elevated life. How many days? None of us know how many days we have left. Let's resolve not to spend those in strife. So back to my key message today. Never expect anything, never be disappointed. I'm not saying that this is the stance in all of your relationships. That's not what I'm suggesting at all. But there are certain kinds of relationships, and there's a certain brand of person. Quite frankly, they may not operate like this with everyone, but perhaps they're operating in a fashion with you that just, quite frankly, lends itself to disappointment, letdown, expectations not being met. So what do you do in that case? A lot of people say, get rid of these people, leave the relationship. I had two people. One was a family member. The other one was a friend. And you can say all you want. Oh, just, get rid of the relationship, ditch it. Life really isn't that black and white. At least the life that I lead, it's nuances. Depending on how the person is positioned in your life, it may be worth more trouble to get rid of them than to make an adjustment in yourself. And there may be reasons that are very valid for you. You're living your life. I'm not. Where you may decide to keep this person around. I get that. That makes sense to me. I have some people in my life that they are what I call their position, just like I titled this video. It's a bonus. This is a bonus message for you. They are in what I call the bonus category. Why? Why do I call it the bonus category? Put quite bluntly, because I don't expect a damn thing. I don't expect a damn thing from them. But if something cool or a little bonus occurs, something works out, great. This is very cool. But what I have trained myself over the years out of necessity to make a determination of who goes in this category. This category is not off limits. They're, family members, co-workers, neighbors, whatever. You're going to make the determination. But a big clue is that chronic letdown or confusion or disappointment. I bounce these people right into a bonus supplement category. Something you didn't expect, but it's pleasant enough. They're not safe. They're not safe for you to expect anything from. Well, Sheila, don't I have a right to expect? This message is not about what you have a right to. It's really about what makes sense and emotional stability, depending on how a person's placed in your life. Let's go into this a little bit deeper here. So I'll give you an example. As I shared, I had a person, I had to put them right into the bonus category. Don't expect anything. Don't be disappointed. It was a family member, fun person, cool as hell, just unreliable, and just not one of these folks. Their word very flimsy, self-interested. But that put aside, spending time with this individual, a lot of fun within the family, a lot of elevation, a lot of lift. And I'm like, wow, but you never know. It's like a 50-50 shot. All right, planned a trip. This was after this person. I'm like, you know what? They're cool. I'm going to keep them around. I have to make some adjustments within myself in order to make this happen. I'll say it to you one more time. Never expect anything. Never be disappointed. What I did on behalf of my family, I planned my excursions. I bought my ticket, down to the letter. I planned not zero. I planned zero around this person. And it's like, if you come and you're in the same vicinity, great. You can join in on the fun. But I wasn't willing to do that. Even I said, buy our excursion tickets. I'll spot you, no problem. No. We don't do that with anyone who's put in the category, bonus category. Don't expect anything. Don't be disappointed. Why? Because there's always that outside chance, based on who and what they are and what they've shown you, that you will be the one sitting there like boo-boo the friggin' clown. And that had happened to me enough. So you know what? Had been disappointed by this person before. Guess what? They ended up showing up on the trip. Awesome time. They needed to get their accommodations for their family. They were scrambling at the last minute. That's on you. But that's the category you have put yourself in. This is nothing, my friends, once someone enters that category, I do not send them a telegram. I do not make an announcement. I don't send an email, no phone call. This is, it's an intimate, psychological, relational positioning where you decide this. And where James and where we hit a hiccup going back and forth, he's like, I hear what you're saying, Sheila. How do I do that? In theory, what you're saying, just don't expect anything from him. How do you stop? This is someone I've been expecting things for a long time. So I'm going to tell you what I said to James. Listen, if I don't know necessarily who this person, how they're positioned in your life, James, but what I do know, if you have someone in a prominent position that is constantly disappointing you, that is a mistake, because you're going to constantly be stressed out. So if you decide for your own reasons, it's not up to me. All of you are living your own life. If you decide for your own reasons to keep this person in your life, you're not going to change them. Doesn't matter how much you whine, how much you complain. It doesn't work that way. Change happens on a core level when a person decides to change. That will never come from an external force. That comes from deep within an individual. And I can tell you that it's a very frustrating thing walking next to someone. Well, when are they going to change? It puts them in, it's too much power for someone to have in another person's life. So I'm saying to everyone what I said to James, you're going to need to look deep within yourself and make the adjustment if you choose to keep them in your life. And how do you do that? How do you do that? All right, here's a question. If the sun is shining outside, you are sitting in your house and you want some sunshine. You're like, it's dark in here. I want to get some sunshine. I could ask you, how do you go about getting the sunshine? You get up out of your chair and you walk into the sunlight. Just open your front door, stand there, get a lawn chair, sit on the grass, whatever you need to do. It really is just that simple. You cut it. You cut the expectation. You just stop. You don't plan anything or build anything. Hopes that you have. Oh, I'm hoping this. Pull it, baby. Pull it. Plans for next year. Pull it. And what you say is, I'm looking forward to that. You see, if they're next to me, that's a bonus. But I'm going forward. You do not put them on the interior of anything that could let you down. And I know it's like, gosh, that's just a totally different orientation, especially if you've had the individual position differently. It seems surreal to go into that zone, but I've done it on numerous occasions. It's a mindset. It's like a shift, and you're going to have to catch yourself. You know, a friend of mine had plans to meet up for, it was an event in the city. And I remember I started to really get myself, oh, it's going to be great to see my friend, you know, just really getting excited. And I had put them in this refreshed, the bonus category, if you will. And I said, you know, hold on, girlfriend, pull it down. Pull it down. And so it's like, you know what? I'm excited to go into the city, to this event. I love my outfit. I can't wait. This is going to be awesome. And it's like, I'm poised to have a good time. If you show up, fantastic. If not, okay. And another individual, I had to put them in this bonus category too. I was going through something, and where normally I would pick up the phone and call, this is when I was in the midst of the shift. I had to catch myself. You know what? You are dialing this phone with the expectation that they're going to be an ear. They're going to give you some great advice. They're going to hold this space with you. You know what? You've done this before, and there's like a 30 to 40% chance that they'll come through. On second thought, you know what? No. I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to go a different route with this. I just need to extract that expectation. This is a person who I can enjoy them in other areas of my life. So all that to say, you will need to catch yourself a few times until you really get into the groove of it. But I promise you, once you really acclimate yourself to this new relational zone, it's very, very empowering. I even had an individual say to me, they get booted into this zone, didn't know about the shift I had made. And they said, you're so chill. You're so chill at this point. And I was like, I thought to myself, you are darn right. I am so chill, and you have no idea of the powerful adjustment that I've made. So I yanked everything. And it was appropriate. It was the appropriate positioning. I canceled out all expectation where this particular person, these particular people are concerned. And I was never met with disappointment again. You know, take it or leave it. So James and everyone else who's listening, you know, the space between expectation, I'm going to say this really slow, the space between expectation and reality, where many people are concerned, is called disappointment. And we have to pay attention to the trends. It's not like folks are hiding this stuff, guys. One of the reasons why relationships are so richly and deeply fascinating to me is because it's very obvious. People tell on themselves over and over again. And because we're sitting in the seat of expectation, we overlook it. They've announced it. A unreliable person, that's who they are. They can't help but be unreliable. Someone who's not into you, you guys, I've had a number of relationships. I know how it feels when someone is into you versus whatever. You're an ultra convenient. You will feel that. That's not someone you need to pin any hopes and expectations to. And so I realize that what I'm saying, it does require a shift, a psychological shift. But if you subscribe to the channel at any length of time, go back to the videos. I've armed you with the tools to make these kind of adjustments. Do not allow yourself to be disempowered by expecting something from someone. They ain't gonna deliver, baby. James and everyone else is too irresistible. I had to put the message out. They ain't gonna deliver for you. Pull it. Pull it. You can do it. You're gonna have to talk to yourself. You're gonna have to position yourself. You know what? I'm not making this heavy emotional investment. And that's how you treat that. That's how you treat that energy. So I know I got a little, it's like that cayenne pepper with a little bit of kick. But sometimes I get passionate about it because I'm trying to help you avoid the problems. Let me know what you think about this. Have you done this work already? Is this something you're going to put into effect? Drop me a line and I'll get back to you. I will respond. So thanks so much, everyone.